Yes, yes, yes. Good morning from Morocco. It's pretty dark outside, so I'm having to do work inside in a minute, and there's no beach to go wandering down. So today we're going to talk about understanding that your future isn't written, and I want to talk about giving a little bit of hope in how we can do that. All right, so let's get to the show. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman, and if you are coming through, what I want you to do is hit the love heart button for me. That lets me know that you're watching, even if it's just part. And in the comments, like always, we're going to do a little bit of action work. So I want you to tell me and yourself, and this is part of being more self-aware, have you ever fallen into the trap of feeling that the mindset that you are in is the only way it's ever going to be? So you've fallen into that trap of thinking nothing is ever going to change for you. So that's what I want you to put in there. So it's either yes, I do feel like I've been in that, and if you want to expand, great, or no, I've always been optimistic. All right. So here's a key statement, and I mentioned this last night, and the key statement is that your future is not yet written. Your future is not yet written. And so to define your future is tomorrow. So when we think about future, a lot of guys think, oh yeah, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Your future is tomorrow, right? It's not written. How you show up is not defined yet. And it will never be defined until the day that you die. And if you are in a period of your life where you feel that it's hard, there's hardship, there's suffering, there's struggle, there's no routine, and there's no status, there's no standards, and you're kind of feeling like, well, this is going to be it for the rest of my life. I'm never going to lose that weight. I'm never going to build that relationship. I'm never going to change that job. I just kind of feel like I want to give you a little bit of hope in how we can do that. All right. Now, the way that you're thinking is simply a state of mind. It's simply a state of mind. And that state of mind you've got into through habit. So if you constantly think like that, then naturally that's the way you're going to be, right? That makes sense to everybody. Like any type of habit. If you went to the gym and you went to the gym every single day for 30 days, guess what? You're going to feel stronger and leaner, and etc. And then you're going to feel much better about yourself. Okay, so the way that you think is that, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of this rut. This is the way that life is always going to be. Like, we do go down slightly a lot. Some people go down a pity party route, feeling sorry for themselves. And that's not how we're going to get out of it. That's not, it's not how we're going to get out of that situation. It's not how we break the cycle of thinking. Now, one of the things that we do, if you've done it, is the 5-day challenge. Now, what the 5-day challenge does is presents hope to lads, and this is why. One of the biggest things that we don't do is stop in our tracks and think about how we are running our lives. We are just constantly, frantically in the rat race, trying to deal with work, trying to deal with the partners, trying to deal with the finances, trying to deal with the kids. And it's grind, grind, grind. And we're further, lower into that rut. But we don't stop and we don't look at the reflection in the mirror and we don't turn around and go, dude, what's going on? Where are the problems? Let's look at the 4 pillars and let's audit my life right now so that I know the areas that I need to improve. When's the last time that you do that, right? When's the last time you stop, you audit your life, you look in the mirror and you go, man, this is where I need to improve. Just like the exercise I did at the workshop the other day, and just like I did the workshop on one of the lives, it's like, how hard is it to write down things that you are good at? It's really hard because you don't do them enough. So you don't obviously stop and think, oh my God, I'm pretty good at that, or I'm a great dad. We don't allow ourselves to, just like we don't allow ourselves to look in a reflection in the mirror and audit our life and think, actually, how can I build my future from here? Okay. Then we do, on the 5-day challenge, then we do training. And so on the training, it's quite a specific training regime for 20 minutes to get the absolute best out of you, to show you what is possible. To show you what is possible. On the Wednesday, we educate men how to prioritize themselves. Now, prioritizing themselves doesn't mean buying a batcher pad with a TV and a PlayStation, right? And spending some nights away from the family in the weekend. It simply means getting up in the morning, going to the gym, thinking more about yourself, so that if you put yourself first, you can put other people first, okay? And then part of the 5 days, then looking at how do you own a morning routine? How do you dominate that time? How do you make the most of it? And then we kind of look at what the alternative is. And if you think about those things, what they do is educate you in terms of stopping your rat race, thinking about what's happening in your life, and then thinking about how you can get out of this rut that you are in. How you can start creating the next chapter of your life. It's like a blank book, right? It's a blank book, and we can write the next stages in it. You can do that. You can change tomorrow, today, like right now, if you really wanted to. But what you have to change is the message, is the voice that you listen to in here. And the only way that we do that is when we stop and we start thinking about that. All right, makes sense, guys? Once you start doing something like that, like what I've just gone through, it gives you an element of hope that there is an opportunity out there for a lot of lads. And you only have to look at the hundreds, thousands of guys that we have trained and helped and changed along the way, okay? As proof of that, okay? Lads are living that dream right now in terms of building a life for themselves, becoming more optimistic, thriving under the pressure of life, like taking it on, building an elite mentality rather than just surviving, okay? Thriving rather than surviving. But there is a better way of living it, and it's a better way of doing it than you're doing it. And I just wanted to give you that hope, all right? And if you're ready, then come and do our 5-day challenge. It doesn't cost you anything, but you can gain everything from it. You can reclaim your life, and a lot of lads do. It's a powerful 5 days, and it doesn't cost anything at all. All right, amigos. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, what I want you to do is put in here, okay, in terms of the comments, in terms of actions from what we've just done, in terms of one thing that you have done to help you realise that there's a better way out there. What have you done to get yourself out of that rut? What have you done to help you get to that point and where you are right now? And I think some of my lads who have been working with me, it really might help with some of the lads that haven't, who are not working on themselves right now, for them to see what you've done to help you realise that actually life isn't, like, my future isn't written, it isn't dictated, it isn't in stone, and this is how I've changed it. One thing, okay? Have a cracking day. I'll see you Friday.